Artificial intelligence in the art industry has been in the topic of conversation a lot recently. And I think the ubiquity of it has just forced AI content onto everyone's For You page, and I have not been spared. Because of this, I've spent the better part of this last month just giggling over this TikTok account called Cyborgism. I think it's a portmanteau on cyborg and organism, but Borgism just... that is not a recipe for success. I think of Borgism as what people are describing when they say my body took a screenshot. Cyborgism is a TikTok account that basically posts AI generated art every day. But they post it alongside little quest, choose your own adventure-esque prompts at the beginning of every post. For example, you are now the hero in an anime. Whose quest are you taking? Taking Linus the Sage? Chef Lee? I mean, the Forgotten One? So not him, right? So definitely Chef Lee so far. I feel like at this point in time, you're taking unnecessary risks if you don't take Chef Lee's quest though. I've been trying to make this video for a while now, and for the longest time, I couldn't figure out how. And I figured out what the problem was. There's really no way for me to know if I should take Linus the Sage, Chef Lee, or the Forgotten One's mission, right? Because I don't know what they are. Nobody does. Or so I thought. These are all AI generated images, right? So I figured we should just ask AI what the quests are. So we're gonna be using ChatGPT to give us some backstory about these characters, so we can have a bit more of an educated guess on what we should do, which path we should take. All right, so they've posted like 5 times today. So let's go with the most recent video. All right, so whose comedy show are we gonna go see? Uncle Bob, Extraterrestrial? Huh? Is that what, did I read that right? Okay, so we're definitely not going to Uncle Bob's for obvious reasons, right? I'm not welcome at Uncle Bob's comedy show. I feel like Uncle Bob is pulling out the attack helicopter jokes like 5 minutes into his set. Extraterrestrial, I assume, is just an exact Aziz Ansari set. This is giving off the exact same energy. I feel like it's really down to Bruce and the Trickster. I like the way the Trickster's kind of like levitating a little bit like this, you know what I mean? I feel like he's really whimsical. It does seem like he's sucking the life force out of the people watching him, so that's something to be careful of. Is it just me? I always feel weird just jumping into ChatGPT and asking for something. I feel like we need to open a rapport first. And if it asks me, how can I assist? Like, oh, well, since you asked. Okay, so Bruce is a talented comedian known for his unique brand of humor and quick wit. Give me an example of a Bruce joke. So I recently went on a diet, and let me tell you, it's been quite the experience. I tried one of those trendy diets where you only eat foods that are green. I thought, great, I'll just eat a bunch of green vegetables and lose weight. But you know what happened? I turned into the Incredible Hulk. I get angry at the slightest inconvenience, and my pants would burst at the seams. Okay, so Bruce's problem is he got too buff, way too buff. I quickly abandoned that diet and went back to eating like a normal non-superhero human being. Who needs abs when you can have pizza, am I right? I assumed that this would be more of a joke that the Trickster might tell. This seems like it's all one big trick. The Trickster is an extraordinary comedian who adds a magical twist to his performance. As a wizard, he combines his comedic skills with his spellbinding illusions, creating a truly enchanting experience for his audience. The Trickster's shows are a seamless fusion of comedy and magic, where he seamlessly integrates witty one-liners and comedic storytelling with mind-boggling tricks and illusions. Okay, wait, this is definitely the comedy show that I want to go to. Could you imagine this? It's just one-liners in between just different magic tricks. I never knew what happiness was until I got married. And then it was too late. That's 100% the comedy show that I signed up for. So the Trickster won by a slim margin, but see, I would have never known this if it weren't for these backstories. So now I'm a king and I have to choose my right-hand man. Jiran the Great, okay. Tyrannius, so it's not the Golden Boy. The Golden Boy will betray you. Aw, Cooper. I feel bad for Cooper because I feel like he kind of wandered in here. Unless it's like an Air Bud situation where like Cooper ends up being better than like the gorilla and the dragon. He's like uncharacteristically good at being a king's right-hand man. Born into a noble family, Cooper was destined for greatness. Okay, well, the Golden Retriever vibe is given a little bit nepo baby, and I'm not sure that I really want to reward that in my kingdom. I mean, yeah, sure, he's a war hero. He fearlessly charged into the midst of battle protecting Sir Robert and his fellow knights and all that good stuff, but like, when you got the best training from your nobility parents, let's see what Tyrannius is talking about. I feel like Tyrannius is probably a little bit made it out the mud. He would use his immense size to shelter and defend those in need? Wait a minute. It's honestly really not cool of the village people to ask him of that. Hey Tyrannus, you're big as hell because you're a T-Rex or not. Could you like Could you like stand here and be my roof for a little bit? I assume that's what they mean by shelter them. So I mean, like, it's gotta be Tyrania. Gotta be Tyrania. Choose your lawyer? Which of these people am I gonna allow to defend me in court? Dr. Rib? He's intriguing. He looks like he knows something that I don't. He looks like he's like, settle down, settle down. I've got an airtight strategy for this case and I'm also a fraud. We got Mr. Mathis, who's the only animal in this courtroom. We got David D, and I'm kind of stressed out because like, is he a gorilla? What just happened to me? Is he a zebra or is he a guy? Because he doesn't have hooves, that's for sure. Or is he a unicorn? Because he's not smoking that cigarette. One of them's in his nostril and the other one's just kind of like on his lip, kind of like a Z-axis mustache. Okay, wait. I don't want any of these people to be my lawyer. And I'll tell you why. Well, Emperor Maximus and Xenocrates are definitely not gonna be my lawyers. And Merlin's Law Group for the same reason, actually, because they're just gonna be basing it off like original Athenian democracy. I have no faith they'll be able to know like the legal loopholes required to get me out of the hot water I find myself in. They're gonna be like, well, you know the ancient tradition. Put him in the Colosseum just for a little bit. So because of this, I think I'm gonna be choosing between Dr. Rib and David D. Dr. Rib is an exceptional and distinctive figure in the legal profession known as the Frog Lord. Despite his unconventional appearance, Dr. Rib possesses a powerful and persuasive presence in the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, esteemed members of the jury, and your honor. Rivet me the honor of standing before you today as we embark on this quest for truth and justice. I may be an amphibian in nature, but my commitment to upholding the principles of the law knows no bounds. Okay, one thing I will appreciate about Dr. Rib's legal style is he's addressing the elephant in the room, or the frog in the pond in this instance. As we proceed, I implore you to set aside any preconceived notions that may arise from my amphibian nature. I ask you to focus on the evidence, the testimony, and the legal principles that guide us. Is he like kinda insecure that he's a frog lawyer? You guys better not just vote him guilty because I'm a frog and you guys don't like frogs, okay? You guys did that last time and that really sucked. David D, the corrupt zebra lawyer, is a figure shrouded in controversy, known for his unethical practices within the legal profession. Ooh, I feel like he might be able to get the job done. A little Better Call Saul action. David D's clients often find themselves entangled in high-stakes legal battles where he utilizes his cunning and manipulation to gain an unfair advantage. Don't hold me to this. I honestly feel like it wouldn't be too bad to have an unfair advantage in court. I'm well aware of the rumors that surround my name, the whispers of impropriety and questionable ethics that float through the corridors of justice. But let me assure you this, in this courtroom, I am committed to upholding the principles of justice. I actually love this strategy for lawyers that have a bad reputation. I know you guys know I cheat pretty much every time. You say it, the whispers float down the corridors of justice or whatever. But I'm not cheating this time, guys. This time fair and squaresy, I promise. All right, moment of truth, I gotta go Dr. Rib. I feel like David D's just gonna get my case reopened in a couple years and I'll be back to square one. Ooh, I'm playing basketball. Let me choose my teammates, 100%. Chief Jellyfam. Bro has the craziest obliques I have ever seen in my entire life. The twist he probably gets in the air on that jelly is insane. Court Jester, how tall is he? The perspective in this is messing me up. I can't tell if he's like enormous or if the basketball is the size of his head. Okay, I don't care what you say, Bronco definitely misses this dunk. He's definitely not making this layup. And is anyone else even playing basketball with Bronco? All right, I wanna know more about Chief Jellyfam and Court Jester. As the ball was inbounded to Chief Jellyfam, he found himself tightly guarded by an opponent known for his tenacious defense. With lightning fast reflexes, Chief Jellyfam swiftly dribbled between his legs, leaving the defender momentarily off balance. Chief Jellyfam unleashed his trademark move, a dazzling display of finesse known as the Jelly Layup. Honestly, I expected as much. If he's gonna be Chief Jellyfam, he's gotta definitely have some jelly on him. Let's see if Court Jester can top. As his team inbounded the ball, the Court Jester darted across the court. His diminutive figure easily underestimated by the opposition. With a swift wave of his wand, he cast a temporary invisibility spell on himself, momentarily disappearing from sight. Oh yeah, dude. I don't care how many oblique muscles you have. If you're not casting an invisibility spell when we're down by a lot in the fourth quarter, then I don't want you. You're not trying hard enough. With the flick of his wrist, he cast a levitation spell on the ball, using it as a platform to propel himself high into the air. Oh nah, dude, the Court Jester's definitely on my team. He's putting Chief Jellyfam to shame. Okay, so yeah, the Court Jester and I are pulling up to your local court and we're cheating. We're just cheating. All right, let's say I'm a rookie wizard. Let me see who my magical teacher would be. Master Zephyr. I love to imagine that you go to Master Zephyr for like your first lesson and he's like, so you've come to learn magic from me for the one reason everyone wants to learn magic. Don't worry, I don't judge you, and I can help you. So if you want to make your hands bigger, it's a very simple spell. I don't even think Count Drac knows magic. I think he's just a vampire. Which is cool, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm a rookie wizard, and I feel like you have other stuff going on. I do want to know who would win in a fight between Master Zephyrs and Count Drac, because they both have enormous hands. I feel like it's only fair that they prove to me who I should choose through a show of strength, right? In this epic confrontation between Master Zephyr, the mouse wizard with unusually large hands, and Count Drac, the vampire wizard also endowed with large hands, the battle of magic and mysticism takes center stage. Count Drac, his towering presence accentuated by his equally large hands, capitalizes on his vampiric nature. He harnesses his enhanced strength and speed, closing in on Master Zephyr with a flurry of swift movements. Alright, I'm gonna skip to the end because I need to figure out who wins this big hand duel. Eventually, Master Zephyr's relentless agility and strategic spellcasting prove superior. Alright, well there it is. Master Zephyr won fair and square. That's just gonna be how it is. I guess Master Zephyr is gonna be there. I wanna see if we can push the limits a little bit. I wanna see if ChatGPT can incorporate all of these different characters into one story. In a magical kingdom, 3 extraordinary individuals united in a quest to recover the stolen enchanted crystal. Dr. Ribs, the frog lawyer, brought his legal expertise to build a case against the thief. Master Zephyr, a mouse wizard with large hands, employed his magical abilities to overcome obstacles, while Cooper, the loyal night dog, utilizes his keen sense to track the culprit's trail. Together, they embarked on a perilous journey through enchanted forests and treacherous realms. I think I can actually put this together and pitch this to Disney+. I would march so proudly across the picket line if I had an idea this good. Their determination led them to the thief's secret hideout, where Dr. Ribs presented a compelling case in court. Wait a minute, was this guy hiding out in court? I gotta do the walk of shame back across the picket line. They find his hideout and Dr. Rib just walks in like, oh, you're not gonna like this one. I got larceny, I got burglary, I got robbery. The enchanted crystal was triumphantly returned to the kingdom's treasury, sparking celebration and gratitude among the people. Master Zephyr's hand delivered it with his large hands. Okay, I'm actually beyond impressed with this. This is much more fun than I ever thought it was gonna be. In the vibrant world of comedy, Bruce the comedian was a beloved figure known for his quick wit and infectious humor. With his impeccable timing and razor-sharp punchlines, Bruce had a knack for bringing laughter to his audience far and wide. However, lurking in the shadows was Count Drac. With a brooding demeanor and a twisted sense of humor, Count Drac sought to extinguish the joy that Bruce brought to the world. Count Drac is kind of like a Joker type. He likes Rick and Morty in South Park. Have you seen South Park? As their paths crossed on a fateful night, Bruce found himself face to face with Count Drac. The stage was set for a battle of wit and humor? He's gonna beat Bruce at his own game? Could you imagine if you go to like watch Kevin Hart or something at a stand-up special and just like a vampire shows up with a mic as well and is like, nah buddy, you and me, 1v1. Bruce, undeterred by Count Drac's malevolent presence, unleashed a torrent of laughter-inducing jokes. His quick thinking and sharp improvisation skills allowed him to turn Count Drac's attempt at negativity into hilarious anecdotes that had the audience in stitches. I'm trying to figure out what Count Drac is doing up there. I thought he was up there to like do jokes alongside him. Is he there to just like kind of bring down the mood by saying something sad? Bruce is just up there trying his best to do a stand-up set, and then Count Drac's in the corner like, yeah guys, but like one time I sucked out so much blood from like an animal and a guy too. And a human. In the end, Bruce emerged victorious, not through physical force, but through the strength of his humor and the resilience of his spirit. I'm glad that they specified that Bruce didn't win through physical force because we already established that he definitely could have. Bruce eats so healthy, you guys. All right, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video. I had so much fun doing this, you guys. I love choose your own adventure stuff like this because it gives some autonomy in a fantastical world that I get to create in my head. And the fact that they've done the first step of that for me on Midjourney is honestly pretty cool. The only bummer is that a lot of these things will never happen. I get so excited thinking about playing one-on-one with Chief Jellyfan or watching Drax try his best to ruin a comedy show, but I feel like the thought is enough most of the time. If you're new here, I want to let you in on a little channel tradition. I do this at the end of every video. Don't go back and check or anything. I want to end this video by casting my first spell. Oh dang it was the invisibility one. All right, bye guys.